Live from the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome, sim racing fans, to the NASRA Cup Series Sin City 300 live on Racecraft TV. I'm your host, Joshua Lee. Joining me is Austin Knight. And Austin, we're in week 2 of this series. Last week, we saw an epic start at Daytona. And tonight, we're on the first mile and a half of the season here in Sin City.
Yeah, it's always great here in Vegas. Great food, great casinos, amazing hockey team, football team. I'll have to see. Give it a week or two. But the racing here is always fabulous because the Las Vegas Motor Speedway always puts on a great show. We are currently here in qualifying, and we are just looking over a few of these racers right now. That sun peering off this track gives it that nice burnt orange feel going through turns 1 and 2, and it's Nicholas Sacco sitting on provisional pole.
And not only is that sun going to be providing that orange glow over the racetrack, but it's also going to be cooling down the racetrack as it continues to go down. A night race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, certainly to provide some intense racing with these cup cars. You're looking at Chad Oxendine right now, currently second on the speed charts, 29.900. He's going to make his way down into pit road after completing his 2 qualifying laps. Just about halfway done with the qualifying session. Everybody has 2 laps out on the racetrack. Here's Mark Truxell, currently 30.161, 13th on the leaderboard. We'll see if he can improve here on lap number 2, hugging that inside line right close to the apron, coming across the line. We'll see exactly how much he jumps up. If he does on the leaderboard, it looks like he is going to jump up pretty far. 29.9586 for Mark Truxell.
I got Nathan Rogg right here, and he's running a very plain paint scheme. I've seen some ambitious paint schemes in my life, but plain white, ooh, that's going to be a statement out there today. He's currently sitting in 15th after a pretty alright first lap, but he's not hugging that inside line as most of these guys are doing, and you're going to see these qualifying times that most of these guys are going to run it onto the apron of the tri-oval, but Nathan's going to keep it up there, and he's going to stay in 12th place right now.
54 of Chris Bain's going to come across the line. Where was he going to go on the speed charts? 15th, 30.090. It looks like to me, Austin, these first laps aren't exactly the fastest, and these second laps are really the statement laps for each of these drivers.
Yeah, first lap is just setting your run up. It's just like the first lap at Daytona. You guys, they run very certain lines to get up the speed coming out of turn 4, and then lap 2 is all or nothing. It's kind of like a one-shot qualifying, but you get 2 tests, and then he runs it way down onto the inside, and Chris Baines jumps up into 9th place in that 54 machine.
Nobody able to catch Nicholas Sacco just yet. Only the one under 29.9 as he ran a 29.890. Currently fastest. You're looking at Derek Mullins in the 2. He is on lap number 1 as Rhett Tucker on lap 2 jumps up to 5th place, 29.944. Nice run for that Malwarebytes number 99 Ford Mustang.
Yeah, Rhett Tucker showing us why he won race number 1 last time at Daytona. And he's not only fast at super speedways, he's fast at short tracks, or what I would call a NASCAR modern day short track, mile-and-a-half circuits.
Derek Mullins going to come across the line for lap number 2. The statement lap for everybody here in qualifying. He's not going to jump up that far, though. 30.018. He is 13th currently on the leaderboard. The 92, Keith Bradley, going to come across the line. I believe that was his second lap. He's also not going to improve that much. 30.029, 15th for the 92. So you're looking at Clinton Sneed in the 49. He is on lap number 2 as well as he goes diving into turn number 3 down to the inside. And he's doing a great job at keeping those left side tires down on that white line. Washes up the racetrack, coming off of 4 and down to the start-finish line. Where is he going to go? And he's going to jump up to P12, 30.002, not able to get under 30 seconds.
Yeah, he was running on the grass, and that was a very ambitious move here, waiting on a few more drivers to get going. Brandon Bullock and Gabriel Elson. He's actually on his outlap. But let's actually ride on board with Gabriel and see on how these guys prepared themselves to get their cars prepared for these 2 qualifying laps. You can see Gabriel is just pushing it on the outlap, coming out of the pit lane almost sideways for a bit.
And that's what you have to do when you're coming up to speed, because you cannot go above onto the racetrack up until you pass the blue cone coming off of turn 2. So you need to keep as much speed through that apron as you can and make sure that you slingshot yourself onto the racetrack, because it is very difficult to gain speed whenever you can. And with this high downforce package here in the NASCAR Cup Series, you really need to have momentum on your side if you want a fast lap.
Indeed you do, as Gabriel Ilson's coming down the Neal straightaway on that back straight, heading into turns 3. That extremely steep banking here at Vegas is allowing you to put the pedal to the metal, shoot yourself down onto the tri-oval, get down onto the apron. Ilson on his first lap goes up to P10, P13.
Oh, that's a great first lap, too, a 30.005 for lap 1. If he keeps that great line going here on lap 2, he is going to improve, possibly even take the pole away from Sacco as he goes down into 3 and 4. Let's see where he's going to get it, come across the start-finish line.
Last time it was purple sector 2. Can he do it again? Can Gabriel Ilson snatch pole? Across the line he goes. Gabriel Ilson jumps up into 4th place, 29.92.
29.923, close, but not enough. As the clock expires here in qualifying, it's time to meet your starting grid for tonight's NASRA Cup Series Sin City 300. What a pole for Nicholas Sacco, 29.890. He'll lead the field to green flag. To his outside in row 1, it's Chad Oxendine. Row 2, William Locklear and Gabriel Ellison. Row 3, Derek Judy, Rhett Tucker. Row 4, Taylor Peacock, Mark Truxell, and Zach Adams and Ryan Kendall round out your first 5 rows in your top 10 starters.
They're followed by Chris Baines, Justice Scruggs in 11th and 12th, Clinton Sneed, Clinton Castleberry, the Clintons starting 13th and 14th. They're followed by Derek Mullins, Max Steck, Keith Bradley, Nathan Rogg, Jonathan Lunda, Raul Menza, Robert Richards, Arthur Floyd, Jason Higginbottom, and Bradley LeBoeuf in 24th. And behind him is Stephen Thomas and Brandon Bullock at the end of the grid. We saw Brandon, he was looking like he wanted to, but he was prepped to go qualifying, but he didn't attempt it. That is your grid for the Sin City 300 here on Racecraft TV.
So a lot of drivers not putting in qualifying laps. They're going to be starting in the back of this 26-car field. 200 laps on deck for you here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And Austin, these stages are going to be important. We saw people race to the stage breaks in Daytona, and I think it's also going to be important to get those stage points here in Las Vegas, especially at an intermediate track, a 1.5 mile strategy being so much more important than it would be at a restrictor plate track.
That strategy here at a 1.5 miles, it's not going to be side-by-side racing for the entire mountain race. You're going to get some good battles, but it's going to be about strategy and how smooth you are on that pedal, and especially how smooth you are at conserving tires. Tire life is going to be key here at Vegas, and whoever has the best strategy is going to be doing the best at the roulette table tonight.
Just waiting on the last couple cars to get onto the grid, and then we will be rolling off and going green flag racing here at Las Vegas. One of the more unique 1.5 mile tracks on the iRacing service. A long and sweeping tri-oval as opposed to normal intermediate tracks we see around the NASCAR circuit, having more of a curved, or more of like a 3 straightaway front straightaway, rather than this curved tri-oval, much like Talladega or Daytona. And each turn uniquely different, like we would see somewhere around Charlotte or Texas. Turn 1 and 2, it's a little bit easier to drive than 3 and 4. A lot of people think that coming off at turn number 4 here is one of the most important aspects of this racetrack, as the car just likes to push right up out of the groove and into the wall. So expect the exit of each corner to be one of the main spots these drivers try and make up time.
As they're coming down the Neal straightaway, Josh, Who do you have your money on today?
I got to go with Rhett Tucker. That 99 car was fast in Daytona, and I think he's going to keep that momentum going into Las Vegas. Austin, who do you have?
Well, usually I don't show my opinions, but I'm a man who goes 24 forever. William Locklear sits in that second row. That beautiful 24 car, red, white, and blue all day. So we're going to have a good race today as the NASRA Cup Series City 300 is about to get underway and go racing here in Vegas.
Great start from both lanes. Pretty even so far. The 29 and that 4 on the outside. Everybody 2 by 2. One car looking 3 wide. That was the 81. He decides against it. Two wide all the way back as they go through turns 1 and 2 for the first time. The 29 of Nicholas Sacco grabbing the lead right off the start. Now the 24 and the 4 go side by side down the back straightaway and into 3.
That 24 William Locklear already up there into second place, holding down that inside line. The 4, that outside line is not going to be helping them a lot in these early amounts of laps. Later in the race, though, it will help them as the tire wear gets worse. That outside line is extremely thankful, but the 29, 24 take the first 2 spots, followed by the 4, 21, and 25 of Chad Oxnard, Gabriel Ilson, and Derek Judy.
Couple guys trying to run that middle line, trying to get it to rubber in and get the groove there. They're going to be running up there in that middle line a bit. The 4 is experimenting up there along with the 99 of Rhett Tucker. The 27 tucked in on the inside, trying to make a pass on that Ford Mustang. That push number 4 of Chad Oxendine and Ellison is going to get to his inside. We're on board with Oxendine. The 24 and the 29 right on each other's bumper. Running middle down to the lower end of the track, going through turn 2. That seems to be the most dominant line right now.
Yeah, that middle line, it lasts about 20 laps, and here comes William Locklear down onto the inside and into the lead here at Vegas. And also the 27, Gabriel Ilsa came out of nowhere down onto the inside. And oh my goodness, Chad Oxendine, I'm sorry, Chad Oxendine falling down to 5th place.
29 looks like they washed up the track, and they're still running that outside line. One of the 29 might have an issue. They're running the outside line, maybe just trying to get it rubbered in to use it for later on in the race. But right now, the top 4 is completely shaken up as William Locklear takes the lead. Gabriel Ellison in second. Everybody nose to tail. About a half car length difference between this top 5 right now.
This is beautiful racing here at Vegas. William Locklear and Gabriel Ilson, both these guys started at the second row. They've retaken the lead, and look at who's in third. It's Rhett Tucker.
At 99 with great momentum, coming off of a win at the World Center of Racing last weekend. And he is going into turn number 3 right now, running that middle line, then dipping down to the apron. It looks like he's running about a half car length up from the apron, looking at that outside line as a possible opportunity to make some passes with everybody running down the inside currently.
Yeah, side by side for the lead as we ride on board with Mark Truxell, the number 5 car in 5th place. Excellent number and excellent position for him. He's got a great action in front of him as these leaders going side by side. That should open up a lot of opportunities for maybe some moves, but the 24 is caught on that outside line. He's going to be having a little bit of trouble as Rhett Tucker goes down onto the inside of William Locklear.
And he's going to get that spot too, side by side with the 24. Going down into turn number 1, the 99 almost got to the inside of the 27. He closed that door really quick, but the Rhett Tucker will take over P2, but 24 not done on the outside just yet.
Now the outside lane has a lot of speed. He's got the draft of Gabriel Ilson, but just Rhett Tucker has that inside line, but how long can he hold that inside line before it starts before it starts wearing out those tires? From what I heard, about 15 laps on the inside row is as much as these tires could take before you have to start running that middle lane.
Oh, and he wants to get that lead. He looked to the inside, a possible little opening on the inside for the lead.
This is getting
He's
close.
Against it. Contact between the 24 and the 99 at the end of 3.
William Locklear tried to stay in that draft. He thought he cleared the 99 of Rhett Tucker, but Rhett Tucker wasn't having none of it. He wasn't even fazed by it. He gave him room. But that tap is going to allow these two guys to just back off each other. But I think they're just heating things up right now. They're getting wheel to wheel with each other. We might see some more bumping and banging between these two for a second, or maybe in the lead. But Gabriel Ilson is watching this action in his mirror, and he's just smiling to himself.
throw a blanket over the field right now, and you could probably cover every car on the racetrack, as everybody running so close together right now here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But Rhett Tucker still battling this 24. This cannot be good for either one of their tires.
It is definitely not good for Rhett Tucker. I believe William Locklear is in the preferred line. So William, he's saving his tires more, and you can see the exit and gets it, just swipes in front of Rhett Tucker for second place.
So he was able to keep that spot, and there goes the 4 car now. Chad Oxendine looking for the spot from Rhett Tucker, but the 99 is very strong on the outside line. He's trying to keep P number 3 as we go on to lap 12.
Ford going down below that white line. This was actually NASCAR. Wait, that might actually be legal. I'm not sure. But the Ford gets a bit swapped up track and almost gets into Rhett Tucker's side pod. And now, Chad Oxendine sits in 4th. And now down on his inside goes Jarrett Judy.
Everybody running so close together right now. Side by side battles majority of the way back through the field. And
here's Rhett Tucker again.
File only has about a half car length difference between each other, as Rhett Tucker back to the inside for P2. I think he's got him cleared, but will he be able to keep it up as he walks up the racetrack? The 24 is still on the outside.
The Neil straightaway is William Locklear's bread and butter right now. He's just getting him on the exit by running on that outside line, and his tires are thanking him for it, and Rhett Tucker cannot find a break, but Gabriel Ilson is running away with this.
I'll tell you who this is wonderful news for, and that is Gabriel Ellison, as he continues to just run away with everybody running double file behind him. And here comes the 25 of Derek Judy now into the fight for this pack, as Rhett Tucker tried to cover the 24, but William Locklear doing a great job holding that outside line and keeping that position. But there goes Rhett Tucker, dives it into the corner. He takes that spot coming off turn 4.
Wonderful cover by Rhett Tucker, as the action behind it almost goes 3 wide, as Jarrett Judy goes out to the inside of Chad Oxendine. And now William Locklear is going down to the inside of Rhett Tucker. None of these guys want to just run with each other. And now here comes Chad Oxendine. We got a car spinning down below. That's number 2.
2 car slams the wall down on the inside, and it looks like no caution. He's able to keep it running. So it looks like we will stay green as the field comes across the start-finish line onto lap 15. Here is the replay.
Monza, oh, it's just bad release into the corner, and oh no, that is a hard hit. Absolutely a hard hit. And he's carried on.
Not coming down pit lane. Doesn't look like that much damage to that Ford Mustang for the 2. So he stays out on the racetrack as Ellison leads. Rhett Tucker able to grab P2.
My goodness, look at this gap!
Into 3rd.
Look at this gap that Gabriel Ellison has to the rest of the field.
He's doing a great job at pulling away right now. As now the 4 of Chad Oxendine with a run on the 99 to the inside.
He's got the first part of the move done, but it's still all about that exit. And around the outside, Rhett Tucker holds it off for P2. And now here comes Chad Oxendine over the white line and a little bit of loose on the exit. And he falls behind Rhett Tucker. Now he's going for that outside line. His tires might be screaming for help very soon. And look at that. Here comes pole sitter Nick Vasacco back into the fray for P3.
It is going to be important and telling when these drivers pull down into pit road. Not exactly how long they can make it on fuel, but I think tires are going to be the first thing to go before fuel does, especially with this high downforce package being so draft heavy, as the 24 escapes the 3 wide, but the 71 still looking to the inside. It's going to be tight coming off turn 2 between the 54 and the 24.
Sleeping Beauty making his presence known. Zach Adams trying for some of these top runners. And William Locklear, after having a great start, he's fallen back into the pack.
I think that those tires might be wearing away. We saw him battle early on in the race. And with those tires going away, those Goodyears can only last you so long. And I think Locklear is being eaten alive by the pack right now because he has no tires to contend with as he pushes the 71 down to the apron, just trying to hold on to any position he can. He's battling for P7.
And up there in the battle for P3, here comes Nicholas Sacco down to the inside. Chad Oxide going to push way up the track to the middle of it. And here comes Nicholas Sacco into second place right behind Rhett Tucker. And he wants that P2. He knows how to go fast out here. Diving all the way into Reno, Nevada to get up into second place.
Sacco taking over that second spot from Rhett Tucker. Coming off of turn 2, he's going to keep it. Sacco doing a great job at holding on to his speed. We saw him qualify insanely well. He qualified on the pole, dropped a bit down the order, and now is running back up front. He was conserving tires that entire run.
200 lap race here today, here in Vegas. 60 laps for stage 1 to stage 2, and we're going to have an 80 lap finale here. And that means, I believe, they're going to have a pit stop on every single stage. And oh boy, I love green flag pit stops. And these guys are keeping it clean. Only one little incident, and that was just a self-driver error. I'm surprised that didn't bring out the caution, but he was parked outside of the driving limits. And Nicholas Sacco is proving to Rhett Tucker and Oxide that he knows how to go across the track because he's pulling out a little small gap right now.
And this 3-car second, third, and fourth group are all running pretty close together, all battling each other as they continue to run down on the racetrack. Looks like the leader, Gabriel Ellison, just put 1 car a lap down. That looks to be the number 2 Ford Mustang. And after that wreck on the back straightaway, no caution was called. He just looks like to be hanging on for dear life right now with that damaged race car, waiting for a caution so he doesn't lose that many positions.
We see Nicholas Sacco getting a little bit of draft off the 2 as these guys go around him right now. Chad Oxide is just sitting back here. But, oh, Rhett Tucker going out a little bit high, saving these tires. But here comes Chad Oxide. He's got a great run. He just side drafted off of Rhett Tucker. Looking for that second place.
And Tucker now stuck on that outside line, but he has been doing pretty well on that outside so far tonight as he works that outside line to try and keep this position from Chad Oxendine. With the 4 qualified on the outside of the front row, he has speed. We already know he does, and he is looking for this 3rd spot, but running the inside line doesn't look like his tires exactly want to cooperate.
Oh, that's a
Give
bad
Rhett Tucker
exit.
P3 right back.
That destroyed his speed and momentum off that exit. Scrubbed up a lot of speed. That little small microslide that he did coming out of turn 2.
So Rhett Tucker going to keep that spot. With the 4 car of Chad Oxendine still running P4. Sacco pulling away from this group, and I think Sacco did really save his tires well as he is now trying to run down the leader, Gabriel Ellison, to try and lead this race.
Yeah, Gabriel Ellison, he's got a nice gap between him and Sacco. And Sacco and Ellison played that start extremely smart.
So the 99 and the 4 both continue to fight each other. Coming off of turn number 4. And it looks like these 2 Ford Mustangs both are around equal in speed, especially as of right now. So they're both having a great battle for P3. And now to the inside, looking for P5. That's Derek Judy on the outside, with Chris Baines on the inside in that 54 Mountain Dew Chevrolet.
Oh my goodness, they're going 3 wide behind the William Locklear. Still falling down the field. Zach Adams with him as well. The 92 of Keith Bradley. These guys are going 3 wide off the exit. Oh, Zach Adams almost gets into the wall.
The 92 all the way down
Oh!
the apron, trying to make anything work. Contact with the 24.
Extremely close race between these guys, and William Locklear can't believe what's happening.
I mean, Locklear burned up his tires so quickly. He is all the way down the order right now. This is the opposite of what that 24 wanted. Very fast in qualifying, started P3. He is now all the way down the order, working on trying to keep his top 10 spot right now, but the 05 to the inside, looking to take away that 10th spot from the 24.
Yeah, he's just got it right there. The 24 is going to hold it for a while around the Neal straightaway. He's almost touching with the 05. and he's running on that outside line. That Neil straightaway is in his only bread and butter on that straight line speed, but his tires are absolutely shot right now. I'm not sure if it is his setup or the weather it is, but it's just not playing good words with him.
Battle back there for between the 56 and the 49. They're battling for P12. Get that spot to the 56 as he now tries to work the 05 for P11. Some great battles closer back to the end of this pack here. About the top 20 or so in this one large pack up here at the front of the track. And everybody else behind them, stragglers. But this pack originally, you could throw a blanket over them all at once. Now they've spread out pretty much across the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Some individual battles here and there. The 05
the 49!
takes out the 24. What a run from the 49. He's going to get that spot for the 56 into the inside of the 24.
Where did the 49 of Clinton Sneed come from?
He was able to make a really good move to try and gain some positions. Wasn't able to make it stick as everybody's tires continue to wear. 30-lap-old tires now. You really have to be creative when trying to make your moves for whatever passes you're going for. It's the 54 to the inside of Rhett Tucker in the 99. Where did Ryan Kendall come from? He's trying to make a pass for third.
Ryan Kendall came out of nowhere, and I can pretty much tell you the reason why he's just pretty much disappeared from us, because he might be having a little bit of connection troubles.
That is Chris Baines in the 54. It looks like he just had some connection issues, and I believe he is going to be disconnected here fairly soon if he does not show back up for us. As he is currently being scored in 6, Rhett Tucker got by. I think the 54 is now back in the server as you're on board with Ryan Kendall. Yeah, you can see that 54 all the way back there trying to pass the 99 once again as the 99 of Rhett Tucker goes down to the inside to protect that line heading into 3. But here comes the 71 into the picture.
Sleeping Beauty has entered the mix. Zach Adams getting into the back of Rhett Tucker. Rhett Tucker almost going sideways.
Rhett Tucker is slow on that inside, wondering what happened to
71
that
got
99.
into him. He almost got turned by the 71, and they both had to check up a lot and lost a lot of speed down the front straight. They've fallen all the way down to 10th and 11th. And so, risky exit. Now they're going 3-1 on the back.
Lost 7 positions. He's pulling down. He's going into pit road. The 99 to the apron.
This is not the start.
Pit road? Yes,
yeah, that's a pit. That's a box. This is going to be our first pit stop of the race. By one of the contenders.
Is this a planned pit stop?
I don't think it was planned, but he's going to try to make it planned. It's almost exactly halfway of this stage, and he can tell that his tires are burned out after that small turn. And yeah, but these leaders, we do have a fight for the lead, and we do have a caution.
And that's going to stick Rhett Tucker, the 99, in pit road. He did not want to get caught in pit road during this caution. It sounded like there was an incident coming off of turn 3.
Oh! Dustin Scruggs. Dustin Scruggs, the Rhett Tucker Esport car, got pushed into the wall by the 69. And that is extremely unfortunate right there. Yellow is out here in Vegas.
He does get a fast repair, and that is going to save him. But he is down the order in where track position is considered, but he will be able to get that car fully fixed and still make a run at the win tonight. But we are now under caution for the first time. We'll see how many of these leaders elect to make their way down into pit lane. If anybody does, we know these tires are worn about halfway through stage 1. And the field is going to come on by. There goes everybody coming down into pit lane. Nobody's staying out, it looks like. These pit crews are going to go to work for the first time tonight.
And as these guys go into the pit stop and hopefully have a good race off pit road, we're going to go side by side here on Racecraft TV during this caution period. And we'll be right back for the Sin City 300. We're back live here in Vegas. Gabriel Ellison won the race off of pit road ahead of Nicholas Sacco, and Ryan Kendall up into third. They're followed by Chad Oxnine. Keith Bradley and Max Steck, though, giant movers here today, up 12 and 10 spots. Jason Higginbottom, also big mover, up to 15th. And, well, we saw Rhett Tucker go into the pits early, but that actually put him a lap down. So, extremely unfortunate for Rhett Tucker, but also extremely fortunate for Rhett Tucker, as I believe he will be the lucky dog, as he's sitting in front of the entire field right now. But we're still...
That is a good blessing for him.
Yeah, it absolutely is. He's also... Right behind him is Jason Peacock, Taylor Peacock. I don't know why I keep trying to call him Jason. But the car that brought out the caution was the spun car of Dustin Scruggs, who still looks to be driving that car a little bit banged up. You can see the rear end of that car extremely messed up. So he went into the pits to get his tires changed, but and get a little bit of damage repair, but he's not taking that fast repair yet.
And I think that's smart to wait to use the fast repair, because he knows he might get into another incident tonight and have more damage. So he wants to make sure that he still has that fast repair available to him, possibly a little bit later on when that damage is more substantial and he needs to use that fast repair to stay in the race. The light's still on the pace car, still pacing behind it as we continue to work under caution and get ready to go back to racing. Very cold evening here in Las Vegas, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 25% humidity, a cold racetrack, 67 degrees Fahrenheit, partly cloudy skies. And we know cold racetracks make for more grip, which makes for some riskier moves from each of these drivers.
Yeah, the track's going to be extremely abrasive, and these tires are just feeling like... These tires are going to be very, very torn up. So this caution came out good for everybody, but I'm expecting a very risky restart from these boys.
We are still waiting for that restart. Believe they will get the one to go signal this time by. Your current largest mover of the race is Keith Bradley. He sits in the 5th spot right now. He gained 12 positions after starting in P number 17.
It's actually Jason Higginbottom. He's up 15 spots.
It is the 56. 15 spots. He started all the way back in 23rd. One of the cars that didn't make a qualifying lap. But he has the best time of a 29.805 and up 15 positions. So that 56 has a pretty fast car. It's a shame he didn't qualify. He might be leading this race right now.
Lights are out, and Rhett Tucker and Taylor Peacock have been let go.
So they did get the wave around, so they will be back on the lead lap before we go back to green as they catch the end of the pace car group.
But still, that early pit stop for Rhett Tucker hurt him a lot.
That's certainly not going to help him, especially when it comes to the pit strategy towards the end of the stage, as everybody kind of cut this stage in half. But he also pitted right as the caution came out, so not that much difference in when they pitted.
It was just the timing of the pit stop that sent him all the way back down there. Yes. But also, the reason why he got sent back down there is because he was turned slightly by the 71 of Zach Adams, who is up there in 12th place. So we're going to keep eyes on that storyline throughout here, as it's time to go back to green here in Sin City for the NASRA Cup Series. Sin City 300, the pace car pulls off, and we're going back to green flag racing here in Vegas, and Elson puts the pedal to the metal. We're going green. And Saka was sleeping, and here comes Ryan Kendall.
5th of the way done with this race as the field goes down into turn number 1. Ellison with another great start, but Ryan Kendall in the 68 working the inside line, using those fresh Goodyear tires to take over P number 2 from Nicholas Sacco, who is now going to be under pressure from that 4 of Chad Oxendine, the Busch Beer Ford Mustang, looking for P3, and he's also looking for P2 as Kendall goes up the racetrack.
What a turn 2 by Chad Oxenine. And what a triumph by Chad Oxenine. He's up in a second. And caution's out once again.
Another caution on the racetrack. We'll see exactly where and what happened.
Oh no, Rhett Tucker!
99.
Rhett Tucker was involved in that car. Is absolutely beat up. Oh.
Some hard hits from a couple drivers in that wreck coming off of turn 4.
It looks like Derek Mullins might have been the one that's... Oh, yeah, Mullins went down extremely low. Let's go to our blimp view for an overhead. The 41 went extremely low. He goes sideways. And then Rhett Tucker just tried to find the gap between the two and him. And he gets shot down the middle. Taylor Peacock into the 2. Here comes Rhett Tucker hard into the wall. That is an angle you don't want to see a car head into the fence. And one of the Rhett Tucker esports car, Dustin Scruggs down in there. He gets collected by Rhett Tucker. And it's the 11 Dustin Scruggs as well was involved in there. And oh my goodness, that is extremely unfortunate for Rhett Tucker and all of his drivers today.
It also looked like the 41 got loose. The 2 tried to avoid the wreck, thought he was still clear, and started coming down the racetrack as Rhett Tucker started going up to try and avoid that wreck. So it just looks like wreck avoidance gone wrong for every driver involved in that incident. A lot of them just getting caught up in it by pure unluckiness. Coming off of turn 4 there as we are now back under caution with a lot of torn up race cars on lap number 43.
It might have been the lucky dog, but he certainly was the unlucky dog caught in that incident at the back of the pack. And that's just going to happen on these restarts. You're going to have guys that have fresh tires. And unfortunately, fresh tires equal crazy incidents. And you can see he's having a lot of steering damage right there. That front left wheel is kinked inward and has a massive negative camber. Kind of looks like a Lightning Queen a bit whenever he does his poses. But he's going to get his fast repair and get on going.
So using that fast repair early is Rhett Tucker. He needs to make sure he keeps that car absolutely perfect for the remaining of this race to have a chance at the win. As Ellison, Kendall, and Oxendine still running in your top 3. And all of them still have fairly clean cars. And even you can go further back towards this top 10. And a lot of guys, no contact made just yet. Still some perfect cars. And they have all not used their fast repair. And that is incredibly important because you do not want to use that fast repair, especially this early in the race, unless you absolutely need to.
Hey, Jason Higginbottom made up another spot on that restart. He's up 16 spots from where he started.
Still under caution here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Gabriel Ellison leads, Ryan Kendall in second, Chad Oxendine third, Nicholas Sacco fourth, Keith Bradley will round out your top 5 with Max Steck, Jason Higginbotham, Derek Judy, William Locklear, and Chris Baines rounding out your top 10 currently on the racetrack as you are watching the NRE Power Systems Cup Series here in the Sin City 300 at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway here on Racecraft TV. We're glad you're joining us on this beautiful Tuesday night as we continue to pace behind the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car here in the NASRA NRE Power Systems Cup Series.
As we are still in caution, we really need like a Race Car TV hey Rut kind of system. So
if anybody wants to apply to be our Rutledge Wood, please comment right now.
Yeah, have everyone just send random memes to you, and we can bring you in as our own Rut. No, I think Joshua, the other member of Race Car TV, would love to be hey Rut. Would you be hey Josh? I think we would have two Joshes in the booth.
That'd be a little confusing.
It'd be really confusing for me, especially. Not for you two, but especially for me.
Well, it looks like we are on 2 to go to the green flag, so we will be going double file and restarting here in just a couple moments' time, as we'll be going green onto lap number 47 of 200. Still a long ways to go in this race. And Austin, I think right now the best course of action for each of these drivers is to log laps and make sure that you have a car at the end that you can contend for the race win.
Yeah, I got 200 lap racing, but these guys are racing just for stage 1, it looks like, with all these incidents, and it's just those cars at the back that are just, they're just looking a little oomphy. They just really want some of these positions. 200 is a long way to go. 300 miles here in Vegas is what these guys are racing for. And I believe that is actually a bit farther than our opening race at Daytona. And we do have some bettors in the field of 56, as Jason Higginbottom has had $20 placed down to him by Stephen Thomas in our YouTube chat. So he's looking for those odds up there, but I'm not a professional odds broker, so can't really give you a over-under on the odds for the 56 right now.
I have tried to make Vegas odds for people before, and every time it has not exactly gone to plan. So I will not be making any Vegas odds tonight.
And mostly Vegas odds are done before the race. Live odds are kind of odd, but that is a very risky bet for Jason Higginbottom if it was made at the very start of this race. Enough about Vegas betting and how we have no idea what we're talking about when it comes to money. But we do know one thing. We do know how to make it go loud and how to make it go fast here on Race Car TV. And that's what these boys are about to do, because the pace car is pulling off right now for the NRE Cup Series Sin City 300. And we're going back to green flag racing. 15 laps remain here in stage 1. And what a start by Gabriel Ellison, and Ryan Kendall sleeps on it. And here comes Chad Oxide up into second place.
That 4 car was able to take over P2 incredibly easily, but will he make a move for Gabriel Ellison, who now sits on top? But here comes the 4, getting a great run. Coming off of turn 4, will Oxendine go for the lead to the outside? Goes the 4, trying to use the outside line, not able to make it work. Ellison continues to lead off 4.
Here comes Keith Bradley in that 92 on right in front of our pole sitter Nicholas Sacco. And now Sacco's on the back of the 92, and here's Chad Oxendine about to meet Keith Bradley.
So a blanket over the top 5 right now. They're all running so close together as Oxendine looks to the inside of Gabriel Ellison. He is there. New leader, the 4 of Chad Oxendine off 4.
Watch the Ellison off the exit, and here comes Bradley off the exit. Bradley and Ellison are challenging for second, and Ellison falls down to third to Keith Bradley, who is up 15 spots now.
So the 92 gonna sink into P2 right now, with the 27 with a great run off the corner, right back to the inside as Oxendine tries to block his former teammate of the 92. And to the outside goes Keith Bradley. He's gonna lose second place to the 27. What a crossover move off 4.
Yeah, 27 shot up to the outside of the trap, and here comes the 92, switching down to the inside. And they're swapping places, they're swapping lines. 92 back into the second place. And here comes Nicholas Sacco going to defend on that inside line as well. 27 on the needle straightaway is going to have the speed right onto the back of the 4 for P2.
And the 27 now stuck back on the outside. We've seen his car not exactly do great when battling on that outside line. So Ellison just trying to hold on. And with only a handful of laps to the end of the stage, we can expect everybody's going to pit at stage end. So tire wear is not the most important thing. The most important thing is how many stage points you can get as the field roars back off turn number 2. Ellison trying to get the lead back from Chad Oxendine, but he has that 92 on his inside to worry about.
Yeah, we got 2x2 pack racing here in Vegas, and it kind of looks like racing at Daytona. It's just a lot more wilder.
Everybody flat out throughout the entire lap right now as they go back diving into turn number 1. The 29 gonna have the mirror full of the 05. He looked to the inside, back into line.
That's extremely risky from Nicholas Sacco right there. That 5 was on his bumper, but he just found a lot of move, but he can't go on the outside because the 68's right there.
Oh, the 68 making a look now to the outside of the 92. But as he did that, now he has a mirror full of 29. Did the 92 hit the wall on the straightaway there?
It looked like he did just tap the wall on corner entry, but it's not affecting his pace at all, but that is affecting everyone behind him. Nicholas Sacco and Ryan Kendall going almost 3 wide down onto the inside. And actually the 68 of Ryan Kendall trying to make a little bit move. 92 going a bit wide. Here comes Sacco onto the outside. And here comes the 05 of Max Steck onto the back of the 68 of Ryan Kendall.
Everybody running so close together, especially in this line. The 29 in a very peculiar spot. If he lost any momentum there, he would have had a bumper full of that Toyota Camry on the inside.
As we ride on board with Nicholas Sacco, you can see what's happening up in front of him. All these cars are drifting upwards as the temperatures go lower. These cars are working a little bit more and working a little bit less at the same time. This track is super abrasive, but tire wear is going to just smallly play a factor on how hard you're pushing right now. But Nicholas Sacco is currently sitting in 6th place. And these guys line out here and onto the Neil straight. Here comes Nicholas Sacco. Look down to the inside of the 05 of Max Steck. Side by side we go. And the dog. Oh. Little bit of connection issues right there with Nicholas Sacco as he just disappeared from the void and sent our cameras all the way on to pit straight. But we're back.
Field continues to battle with 5 laps to go now here in stage number 1. Stage break coming up at lap 60, then at lap 120, then we'll have an 80-lap shootout to the finish. And this top 3 continues to fight as the 27 looks to the inside.
We're looking.
Ellison trying to make that inside line work as he looks back down there with the 92. Now to his outside, but here he goes to the inside of Oxendine.
Oxendine onto the outside. Ellison down to the inside, but around the outside, it's Keith Bradley up into 2nd place.
Side by side now for P number 2 between the 92 and the 27. Ellison versus Bradley coming off of turn 4. Bradley still keeping that spot as we now have 3 to go left in stage 1.
3 to go. And it's all on the table right now. Oxendine had a great run out of there as the battle for 2nd place between Ellison and Bradley keeps going on forever between these two. And as they keep going on, Chad Oxendine's looking in his mirror and he is smiling. And Gabriel Ellison believes P1 should be his after that incredible lead he brought up at the start.
The 27 looks to be pretty much stuck right now as Chad Oxendine continues to pull away with the lead. As Bradley, up 14 spots, now 15 since where he started, takes over the 2nd spot on the outside, but still battling on the inside is the 27 of Ellison.
Yeah, Nicholas Sacco, he's been having an up and down race so far, but he's pulling it right back. He's in 4th place, and that car's setup really comes alive after 10 laps of running, but it's white flag out here for stage 1, and Chad Oxendine has the field all to himself right now with a 7/10 lead behind him to Bradley and Ellison right behind him.
Chad Oxendine in the 4, gonna take it through the final couple of corners, and a huge battle right behind him. Pack of 5 cars, 2nd through 6th, but Oxendine wins the stage. Caution is out. Ellison, Bradley, Sacco, and Kendall round out your top 5.
What a stage we just had, and what a finish that stage. Congrats to Chad Oxendine on winning that stage, but oh, the next 60 laps is going to get even more hotter now, as these guys know what this track feels like. The track's being rubbered in. There are so many grooves here at Vegas. I can't wait to go back racing. You're watching the NRA Cup Series Sin City 300 here on Racecraft TV. We'll be right back after these messages.
Can you see it? It's right there. Hidden behind an assortment of vibrant colors and corporate branding schemes. Look closer. Past the nearly 200 tons of handmade American steel. And beyond the highest quality, custom-designed electrical components and systems in the industry. Deeper still, to the very core. That's where you'll find it. The heart of NRE. Heart is what makes us who we are. Heart is why NRE products and services are made with more. More precision. More grit, and more passion. We're the largest independent supplier of locomotives, parts, and components on the planet. Vertically integrated and strategically positioned for multiple domestic and international facilities. Our capacity and efficiency are simply unmatched. Cast in worth ethic. And sealed with a calloused handshake. We design real solutions for real-world challenges. Whether we're leading the charge on clean emission solutions or integrating the latest performance-enhancing technology into virtually any locomotive platform, we quote to delivery and ship from stock to offer the most flexible and comprehensive work scope throughout our global reach. Our customers call it a return on investment. We call it the return of North American pride. Do you see it now? It's there. A raging fire that burns inside each and every designer, welder, engineer, and NRE team member. Heart is our anthem. Passion is our fuel. They drive us towards success, push us beyond boundaries, and they guide us to you. Heart is what moves us forward.
And we're back live here for the NRA Cup Series Sin City 300 here at Vegas. Chad Oxendine wins stage 1. with Gabriel Ellison right behind him. Nicholas Sacco in third, followed by Keith Bradley and William Locklear, your top 5.
A great start here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we are only one stage finished here of racing. The field comes back across the start-finish line. Lights still on the pace car. Everybody's still pacing behind. And everybody did come down pit road that time by. Not much change in the leaderboard on the race off of pit road. So Oxendine still leads. Ellison second, Sacco third, Bradley fourth, and William Locklear rounds out your top 5 with Robert Richards, Ryan Kendall, Max Steck, Chris Baines, and Clinton Sneed rounding out your top 10 on the racetrack.
Yeah, top 10 is looking pretty nice, and all these guys really have a chance to go for the end. But here in Vegas, anything can happen as these guys go down to the back stretch. And what has really been your highlight of stage 1?
I gotta say, it was those battles up front at the end of that stage when tires weren't on the table of mattering. They didn't have to make them last that long. They knew a guaranteed caution was coming in about 15 laps time. Everybody ran as hard as they could for that amount of time because they weren't worrying about those tires. And it seemed like both the inside and the outside line can battle together pretty consistently. So I think later on in the race, once tires begin to not be a factor, like if we have a late race caution and a late race restart or even a green-white checkered finish, that we're going to have some great racing up towards the front of the field and along towards the midfield and the back of the field as well, because we saw midfield battles throughout the entire first run and second run as well.
Yeah, and as these guys come across the line, the lights go out on the pace car, and it's one more lap to go before we start going racing. The city of Vegas is experiencing a lot of sports right here. Racing has pretty much been their only thing right now, but hey, a few years ago they've got the Vegas Golden Knights, and now they have the Vegas the Vegas Raiders. That would have been weird, but I'm still going to be calling the Raiders Oakland Raiders, but that's just me. But the Golden Knights right now currently sitting in the Western Conference Finals, and they're in the second period against the Dallas Stars, and the Vegas trying to make their second appearance into the Stanley Cup playoffs. But not enough about hockey and me being obsessed with one team. Back to the NRE.
And we're getting ready to go back to racing here in the NRE Cup Series. Sin City 300 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The 4-car, Chad Oxendine on the inside, Gabriel Ellison on the outside, with Sacco and Bradley in row 2, the 24 and the 12 of Locklear and Richards in row 3, as we get ready to go right back to racing here in Las Vegas. Oxendine in control of the field, the pace car down and away, and we are racing. Stage 2 is green.
That's a great start by Oxendine, who just leaves them sleeping.
He went right as that pace car went into pit road, so he got a great jump on everybody behind him as Sacco now takes over P2 from Ellison.
What a good jump by Sacco. Ellison just sitting back there, but Ellison, remember, he knows how to lead a race, but Sacco's car, his car comes alive in these later laps. And hello, we haven't been talking about this guy who's fallen back down to the bottom of the grid, but William Locklear is up into 4th. And Nicholas Sacco takes the lead after a daring dive through the triangle.
So the 24 of William Locklear back up in this lead fight. Hopefully he can keep those tires fresh and ready to race throughout this run as he is looking into 3 wide. We are 3 wide for P2. It settles out to second to 2 wide, but now Locklear to the inside, the 29 of Sacco. The 24 wants the lead and he wants it now to the inside.
Way down into the inside, off the track and back on it. William Locklear, that DuPont USA National Guard car, takes the lead here in Vegas. And oh my goodness!
Spinning the 12 around, contact with the 71. I think one more was spinning down to the apron. I think that was the 12.
There's a Robert Richards involved in there.
Oh my!
Oh no!
my.
Caution needs to come out right now.
Oh goodness!
The 56 involved.
Oh,
Somebody's
81.
losing their $20. Mark
Who is it
Truxell.
spinning down to the apron there
That was
on the
Chris
back stretch?
Baines.
Was it the 5?
It looked like it was Chris Bay. It was the
Oh,
54.
Chris Bay, 54.
Let's go rewatch this instant. Bane's down onto the inside. Oh, he just hits the 12, and oh my goodness, that's a hard hit right there. And then it was just chaos all over the place. Oh my goodness.
So another caution out on the racetrack for a pretty big wreck.
Here's that second puck. Everyone's checking up, and Taylor Peacock just came in there like a wrecking ball and has smashed through everyone. It's actually right on board with Taylor to see what's happening. Everyone's checking up, but he didn't get the message. Just smacks hard to the 6 and causes that giant incident. So Taylor might be having a word with the race control after this, but oh my goodness.
It definitely looked like he just did not see cars checking up in front of him, and he did have a lot of cars blocking his view. He might not have seen the 12 car come up onto the racetrack once again, so he wasn't expecting a harsh checkup from that 6 machine.
Well, the Vegas odds are going to be hurting Steven Thomas after his 56, who has 20 bucks on. This got involved in that massive hit, but he does have a faster pair to use, but it's going to be hard for him to get back racing, as all these guys are in the pit lane right now. But our race leader of William Locklear is up ahead, and he's looking nice. You're watching.
Back under caution, the 24 and the 29 lead the way, 1 and 2.
Yeah, and as we're under caution again, we'll be right back. But we aren't going to miss any of the action when they go back to green, because we'll be doing racecraft side by side. And we are back live here for the NRA Cup Series Sin City 300. And after, well, that bizarre incident with multiple cars, like, that was a hard hit for the 54, but it was a late caution that involved Taylor Peacock and a lot of the other cars. We're going to see if these guys are going to have a problem, but we'll just wait for after race interviews, as Vegas just scored a goal. So Vegas leading that match 1-0. This is Hockey Talk here on Racecraft TV.
This is not Hockey Craft TV, Austin. This is Racecraft TV. We got to get back to the race that's happening. Of course, once we go back to the green, still currently running behind that pace car.
Sorry, just had to get it out of my system.
We are still pacing behind the pace car, but an interesting race so far tonight as we inch ever closer to halfway done with this race. We are currently in stage number 2. Still roughly about 50 laps to go here in stage 2.
That was an
William
early
Locklear
caution.
leads the way with Nicholas Sacco in second, running 1 and 2. And Locklear did a great job of grabbing that lead, but we did see during the first run his tires fell off incredibly quickly. Austin, do you think he can take care of those tires throughout this run and keep that lead? Because it looks like he does have a fast Camaro.
Well, as he has the lead right now, the lights are still on in this pace car. So I think some of these guys are having a... Oh, wait, they just crossed the line. Now the lights are off. I know which line I'm talking about. But as all the sorting in the midfield happens up, these guys... Now that William Locklear is in the lead, he's going to have a clean track in front of him. And with that clean track, he can decide on which lane that he wants to. We saw with everyone in the lead, they can just take whatever line they want, and they can stay out there pretty much certain, especially if they get a good run off that restart. So we're going to be seeing if William Locklear can stay in front of Nicholas Sacco. But we know Nicholas Sacco, Gabriel Ellison, and Keith Bradley, all these guys in the top 5 are extremely quick. So he's going to have his work cut out for him, but you can't say these tires. Everyone who's up here didn't go into the pits, by the way. They've stayed
Well, they
out.
are getting ready to go back to racing. The 24 and the 29 will lead the field to the green flag. And we've seen a lot of lead changes so far tonight, expecting nothing different when we go back to racing. As the lights are out on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car, it's going to pull right back into pit lane here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And we're going to go right back to racing. On board with your pole sitter, the 27 of Gabriel Ellison, as we go back to racing.
And what a start by Locklear. He jumped that harder. And the 29 went all the way down to the tri-oval. And here comes Gabriel Ellison just sitting back there in third. He's got Keith Bradley on the outside with him. And Bradley's just going to be staying right there. And, well, Locklear didn't get a good jump because Sacco is with them right now. But it was a great start. Very clean start as all 4 of them go bumper to bumper here in Vegas.
That looks like a Daytona pack right there. Everybody on each other's bumper. But they're all single file as they come across the start-finish line. The 29 with nothing for the 24 right now. As it looks like everything's starting to calm down. But the 29 search for another line there, not able to find one. He stays right behind the 24 off turn 2.
I feel these guys are going to play these opening few laps a little bit cleaner. They are on more worn tires, so I expect them not to go for extremely daring passes.
I mean, everybody's still even close together when they're single file. It looks like they are running at a restrictor plate track.
It honestly does. This top 6 is so tightly packed right now.
So back on the back straightaway. The 05 making a move to the inside.
Yeah, it's Max Steck looking in on Bradley.
Oh, maybe a little bit of contact between him and the 92 coming off of turn 4. They got insanely close together coming off of that corner, but it looks like they were able to keep it as maybe some more contact between the 27 and the 29. That is Red Tucker in the 99 outside line.
That caution has got his car completely repaired, and Red Tucker has made his way from the back of the field a lap down, back up into the fray for the battle for the lead.
That just shows he has a very fast Ford Mustang right now, and he can contend for this win as the 24 tries to block 2 lanes of traffic right now for 3 rows.
My goodness, this battle for first is extremely tight. It looks like we are actually at Daytona at Vegas, but man, Red Tucker extremely, well, we thought he was completely out of the race after being involved in that second caution of the night. But man, that third caution that brought out really got him up moving through the field.
Oh, that 27 is right on the bumper of the 24. We know Ellison is a fast car. And the 24 tonight so far has not had a great history with the tire wear. And that 27, you could hear him lifting, just trying to stay behind the 24 for right now. He could have gotten to his bumper there, but he did not want to cause any more cautions as he's going to go for a clean pass on the inside, but not going to have enough momentum.
Locklear is taking these lines extremely well right now, but hello, Keith Bradley around the outside making his presence known, and these guys are going to go side by side for the lead, and oh, hard into the wall goes. One of the cars into the background went extremely hard into the wall. Not sure who that was coming out of turn 2.
So side by side now, the 92 of Keith Bradley looking for the lead for the first time tonight. But Locklear holding on the inside, but he had a really high entry into turn 1, but it looked like it worked as he's able to clear the 92.
Here goes Bradley.
There goes Bradley, crossover.
Oh, crossovers, moves work so well in basketball. We're going to see how they work on a NASCAR track. And oh, Bradley down to the inside and into the lead. What a wonderful move. And Locklear is holding outside because look down low. Is it a bird? It's a plate. No, it's Rhett Tucker.
And he is looking for the lead right now. His teammate in the 92 up ahead of him.
Oh!
The track, the 29 spins. The 71 involved as well. In turn 2, multiple cars still spinning coming onto the super stretch.
That was Nicholas Sacco. That was Sacco. Sacco into the barrier. We're going to go ultra slow-mo. The 71 of Taylor Peacock again causes into a caution, but he gets into the back of the 29 and into the wall. Hard hit. Doesn't get it into the hard angle right there, but he gets into a massive hit right there with the wall. Few other cars involved. The 68 gets turned around by the 49 who hits the 71, and we saw the hit that the 71 had. Absolutely massive hit right there. Oh my goodness, that was an insanely hard hit for Sacco.
And it looked like the 71 just got into contact with him. Zach Adams went around on the front, went around going into the corner. Just with this package, everybody runs so close together. One tiny mistake, and there you go, you're spinning.
Yeah, he tried to save him, then the car on his outside got into him, and I'm sorry if I said Taylor Peacock. I meant Zach Adams. Their orange car is extremely similar to me, but Taylor Peacock's car is extremely all orange. Zach Adams has that orange hood. But another caution here in Vegas as Adams goes into the pit box. But it's Keith Bradley in the lead now, with William Locklear in second and Rhett Tucker into third as that caution came out.
Well, Keith Bradley now leading the way, his first time leading tonight, with Locklear behind, then Rhett Tucker, Max Steck, and Robert Richards, your top 5. Nobody came down into pit lane. Everybody waiting for the stage break, which is coming up in about 35 laps to come into pit road. We saw guys cut the stage in half last time, but I think if they can make it to the end of the stage, they're not exactly going to try it. That run was only about 15 laps long. So everybody just staying out on the racetrack, saving their cars before coming down pit road a little bit later on in the stage or in the stage break.
Yeah, all these guys went into the pits on lap 62, and Richards and Higginbottom went into the pits on lap 70. And, well, what we're going to see on where these guys lay in a few more laps, but that's risky territory for them because they've had very short runs. But it's still under yellow here at Vegas, and we'll be right back after a very short ad break. And we're back here on Racecraft TV. Here for the Las Vegas Sin City 300 for the NRA Cup Series. And what a race we've had so far. I'm pretty sure the hockey fans in Vegas are having a good time out there in the stands because they're up 3-0 and enough hockey talk. We're here for racing.
We are here for racing, and I personally am not a huge hockey fan, so I am paying attention to the racing on the racetrack more than I am to the hockey game that I don't even have on my television, as Keith Bradley continues to lead the way under caution, getting ever closer to halfway done. Lap 87 of 200 we are currently working on. And we are glad you are joining us here on Racecraft TV for tonight's NRE Power Systems Cup Series Sin City 300 from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
The Las Vegas Motor Speedway brings us amazing racing, Cup Series, IndyCar, truck racing, Xfinity racing, ARCA, when they come here. It's just an amazing track, high banking and everything. High banking, extremely fast. The weather is always consistent here. Hot and then cold underneath the lights. So everyone knows what's up, and it's never humid. As the lights go out on the pace car. Front row is going to be Keith Bradley and William Locklear. Second row, Max Steck and Rhett Tucker. And Rhett Tucker, what a up-and-down race he's had. He's had well, took an extremely early pit stop, was involved in a wreck, a lap down, got the lucky dog, and then he was involved in a wreck that completely destroyed his front end. He had to use his fast repair, and he's battling his way back up into third. And, man, your pick is sitting extremely nice, and he's got an extremely fast car.
Well, here we go. Down the back straightaway, this field goes 2 by 2 behind the pace car. Something I find interesting just looking at my timing screen right now is that of this top 9 group, all of them have gained positive positions from where they started on the starting grid. Only William Locklear, Rhett Tucker, and Clinton Castleberry have a number in the single digits. Keith Bradley up 16 spots, Max Steck up 12, Robert Richards up 16, Jason Higginbotham up 17, Arthur Floyd up 15, Raul Meza up 12 positions.
Look at Rhett Tucker!
So everybody up front with a great start to this race as Rhett Tucker goes on a dime from the 92. Tucker now looking for the lead.
I think it was pushing him. It looks like an aggressive bump draft restart, but it's Rhett Tucker and Keith Bradley shooting away at the lead. What a restart these two have had, as it's William Locklear and Robert Richards going side by side in P2.
And the 12 car able to grab the third spot. Robert Richards now up 18 spots. He takes over third as Locklear not quite done on him though to the inside.
There comes William Locklear down onto the inside now as they are catching up to Rhett Tucker and Keith Bradley. The draft helping them a lot here at Vegas down the Neal straightaway.
Everybody single file majority of the way through as the 56 and the 6 battle double file behind them. But now the 12 of Robert Richards trying to work on Rhett Tucker as they head into one. He looked high, tried to cut low, not enough momentum. He'll stay single file in third.
Rhett Tucker, he's got his mirrors full of Robert Richards, but he's totally aware of what to do here. And it's 30 laps to go here in this stage at Vegas. Robert Richards looking around the outside. You can just hear the tires swirling. And where did William Locklear come from?
Oh my, contact between the 24 and the 99. 2 by 2 for about 3 rows. Now we're going to settle back to 2 rows of 2 by 2. This is letting the 92 and Keith Bradley ultimately pull away, but battles closer down to this midfield as they are now still side by side. The 99 of Rhett Tucker clears for second. Now here comes Locklear back challenging.
Yeah, Locklear holding down that inside line. Tucker holding that outside line. The 12, Robert Richards holding every line. And they got that pack right behind them. These guys are just going wild back here for P2.
Oh, they are looking 3 wide. That 12 car with a great run.
It's risky.
Looking down the middle. They make contact. The 24 and the 12. Now 3 wide as the 12 washes up the racetrack, able to save it.
I ain't saying it, but look how much spots that he's lost. That's Zach Adams down onto his inside. And look at the Ford. It's Chad Oxendine. What a move by Chad Oxendine.
The 24 looked to the middle, almost went 3 wide, decided against it, coming off of the corner, as now Oxendine back into P2.
You want to know how Oxendine did that move? He went into the pits on lap 84, and just look how much speed he's got compared to everyone else. The fresh tires that Oxendine has is showing their worth right now. And Oxendine goes down onto the inside once again, and Oxendine for the lead.
Chad Oxendine, fresh tires here in stage 2, looking for the lead, and he's going to get it with ease down into turn 3. That Busch Beer Ford Mustang back out in front of Las Vegas.
Chad Oxendine and those fresh tires. Man, those tires are sounding more crisp and fresh than the Busch commercials. Look at the gap he's already pulling out. Half a second to Keith Bradley.
Chad Oxendine back out in front. Rhett Tucker losing a bit of positions. He's now down into 4th as the 71 makes his way up into 3rd. Where did he come from?
Zach Adams also went into the pits on lap 84, but we got a caution out. Rhett Tucker. Oh, well, I thought it was him, but no, it's Ryan Kendall. He's going slow as well. Not sure actually what caused that yellow flag to come out.
Wondering where that wreck was. It involved the 11 of Dustin Scruggs. I saw him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. One car smoking up ahead of him.
It was no incident. It was just a lot of guys going loose. As Arthur Floyd getting turned around and almost getting in contact with 71. Yeah, it was the 91 that just flipped the back of the 6. Right there. But that hurts a lot right now for Chad Oxendine and Zach Adams. These two guys went into the pits on lap 84. Every car around them went into the pits on lap 62 and 70. And now that Keith Bradley sees that these guys have the advantage, they must go into the pits.
And they kind of need to, especially with this stage starting to wind down. They're going to need those fresh tires for this last around 20 lap push to the end of stage 2. As we are nearing halfway, and the 29 is in.
Our pole sitter is going into the pits. So Nicholas Sacco thinking he can run back up the field and try to get these guys on extremely fresh tires. And that's Dustin Scruggs out there as well. But Scruggs, he's been in a lot of incidents as well today. But these guys up here, the fresh tires of Chad Oxendine, showing their worth, and also Zach Adams having the same pit stop as well. Other people who went into the pits: Gabriel Ellison, Clinton Sneed on lap 84. Another 84 taker, Ryan Kendall, and Brandon Bullock. And lap 85, Derek Judy went in there. And our latest pit stop was Dustin Scruggs and Arthur Floyd as well, but Floyd was just in that incident. But Sacco sitting in 19th. Let's see where he ends up at the end of the stage.
Oxendine did a great job grabbing that lead with those fresh tires, but I am worried. Now that this stage is starting to wind down, his tires are going to start to wear, but everybody else behind him is on worse tires.
Yeah, he's going to be at the best advantage for this, but it's going to be a very risky ending for everyone around Adams and Oxenine, especially on that restart, because these guys have a lot more grip than everyone else. So it's really going to be the battle for third place unless Ellison and Sneed get up there. Because the guys at risk right now are going to be Rhett Tucker, Higginbottom, and Locklear. Because all these guys, they have a 3-pack. And we're going to bring up our pit lap showing you Ellison and Sneed have much fresher tires compared to Locklear, Higginbottom, and Tucker. So the battle for third place is going to get absolutely dicey. We might see these guys get into an incident if they are not careful. Because we saw how much speed that Oxidine had in going into the lead.
It is going to be interesting to see if Oxendine can keep the lead. I believe he will be able to keep that lead, but it determines how far he pulls away and how long he is able to keep that lead as well. As we get ready to go back to racing here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Going on to lap 100 of 200, and we are officially halfway finished with this race as we work through stage number 2. 20 laps to go in this stage next time by. And then we'll have an 80-lap final stage to the finish. And you are watching the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Sin City 300 live on Racecraft TV from the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Back live here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Lights out of the pace car as they head into turn number 3. Getting ready to go back to racing. 19 laps to go when they come across the line here in stage number 2. As we continue to work past halfway now here in the Sin City 300 for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. You're taking a look on board with the 71 of Zach Adams as the 4 of Chad Oxendine leads the way. Pace car into pit road, ready to go back to racing. Let's ride with the 71 of Zach Adams all over the back bumper of the 4. Oxendine's gone.
Oxidine really set him off right there, but Zach Adams got the great run, and those fresh tires are helping him a lot, but Keith Bradley's on the outside. But watch Zach Adams run away with it right now with those extremely fresh tires, the lap 84 that he got. And, well, really, he just has to go for a few more laps. They're going 3 wide on the Neal straightaway. Rhett Tucker onto the inside.
We know that 99 is very fast. He wanted positions there, but he's not going to gain any as that outside line worked really well for Keith Bradley. He's able to hold on to P2.
Yeah, Zach Adams got to get those tires up to temperature before they can work. Rhett Tucker down to there to the inside. There goes the tires of 71. as he just clears way around the outside. And now they're going 3 wide back there and almost 4 wide. And the 24 of William Locklear looked down to the inside of Rhett Tucker and almost got to the side of the 56 of Jason Higginbotham.
Still side by side is William Locklear as the 56 of Jason Higginbotham gets by. So the 56, the 24 will now be side by side with the 27. And Locklear running all the way up by the wall, by those marbles, up by the wall, I should say, as the 49 now works on him in the inside.
And we saw Williams' car do this in stage 1 extremely fast in the early parts of the stage, but when the tires came to go, his car starts falling down the pack. And Zach Adams has made his way up into second place, and Chad Oxendine has left this field in the dust. Car we also need to watch out is for Clinton Ellison. He went into the pits on lap 84 as well. And these guys going 3 wide in front of him. That's Rhett Tucker and Jason Higginbotham all the way onto the bottom. And Ellison just biding his time and watching what's happening right here. And oh my goodness, finding the smallest gaps of all gaps to make it go 3 wide across the line. And Ellison is slowly up into 4th place.
Oh, the 56 lost momentum in the middle. The 49 stuck on the inside. They save it. That was very close to being a huge incident in turn 2.
Extremely close racing with 15 laps to go here in stage 2.
That 56 lost a lot of momentum in the middle line. The 49 was looking to be inside, and he was able to back off, not run into anybody else. That was great wreck avoidance from all those drivers in there, but Keith Bradley continuing to lose momentum on the outside as that 49 of Clinton Sneed back down to the inside, trying to take over P6, as now the 27 able to clear the 99, and Gabriel Ellison trying to catch Oxendine and Adams up ahead.
Look at Clinton Sneed. He's slowly making his way up there on those fresh tires.
Fresh tires all the way to go right now as we go on a lap 108.13 to go in the stage.
And a bunch of smoke up there for little connection issues. Clinton Sneed's on the back of the 56 of Jacob Higginbotham. Higginbotham has a big dent in his back right rear bumper, and Sneed is deciding which lane he wants to go. It looks like he wanted to give Jason a little bit of a butt job, but oh no, this is an extremely risky move. The 56 is washed extremely up the track as Sneed pokes his nose way down to the inside. And these guys going 3 wide, and oh no, around goes Tucker, and around goes Sneed.
Sneed into the wall.
Oh my goodness.
They try to avoid it, but Rhett Tucker with huge damage. That 99 is done.
The 99 is out of this race because he was in that incident at first, and no. 99 gets turned by the 56 who got into Sneed, and Sneed thought he was so clear there. And Tucker went all down to the bottom of the track, hit that inside wall, Sneed into the outside wall, and this is what you don't want to see. The 24 just skating through there, the 37 getting into it, oh no. So many big contenders involved in that wreck. And then Tucker just getting bashed in. Was that a 21 who did that?
We knew this was going to happen with close racing. Some drivers on worn tires, some drivers on new tires. We knew a big wreck was about to happen, and there it goes, happening right here on the racetrack.
This is definitely the end for Rhett Tucker's race. Look at that front left wheel.
Looks like a modified car.
It honestly does look like a modified car. It's just, that is not good. Is absolutely not good right there. And he's going to pull it into the pits. After winning at Daytona, after being so happy, he's going to go into the pits as well as everybody else. If you just look at who's in the pit lane right now. Max Steck, Derek Judy, Gabriel Ellison in there. They all know the tires have gone away from them, and they have to go into the pit lane. And we're going to have our pit camera looking out of there on who's going to win the race off of pit road. But it looks like it's going to be Ellison winning that race off there. That is extremely unfortunate, especially with 10 laps. We're going to go green with about 10 laps to go, but my goodness.
So with 10 to go in this stage, we'll have a stage break at lap 120. So will we see more pit stops in 10 laps time from the drivers that came down pit road under this caution, or will we see them stay out and pit a little bit sooner in the final stage?
Well, stage 3 is 80 laps, and this stage is 60 laps. I would say these guys that just went to the pits are going to stay out as long as they can and try to get a good 30 laps out of these tires at the end. And these guys who went to the pits on lap 84, they're going to go into the pits no matter what. They're in the right position to do so. But hey, you never know here at Vegas. People love to gamble on these strategies. And as we are here racing under caution here at Vegas, we'll be right back for the NRA Cup Series Sin City 300.
Can you see it? It's right there. Hidden behind an assortment of vibrant colors and corporate branding schemes. Look closer. Past the nearly 200 tons of handmade American steel. And beyond the highest quality, custom-designed electrical components and systems in the industry. Deeper still, to the very core. That's where you'll find it. The heart of NRE. Heart is what makes us who we are. Heart is why NRE products and services are made with more. More precision. More grit, and more passion. We're the largest independent supplier of locomotives, parts, and components on the planet. Vertically integrated and strategically positioned for multiple domestic and international facilities. Our capacity and efficiency are simply unmatched. Fast and worth ethic. And sealed with a calloused handshake. We design real solutions for real-world challenges. Whether we're leading the charge on clean emission solutions or integrating the latest performance-enhancing technology into virtually any locomotive platform, we quote to delivery and ship from stock to offer the most flexible and comprehensive work scope throughout our global reach. Our customers call it a return on investment. We call it the return of North American pride. Do you see it now? It's there. A raging fire that burns inside each and every designer, welder, engineer, and NRE team member. Heart is our anthem. Passion is our fuel. They drive us towards success, push us beyond boundaries, and they guide us to you. Heart is what moves us forward.
And we're back here on Racecraft TV for the Sim City 300. And after a lot of stuff, but man, this race has been a lot of cautions, I could say that.
We have, but the racing has also been incredibly exciting throughout the entire field all night. And with 6 to go in this stage, I'm expecting a pretty good restart here.
Yeah, it's going to be in between the top 4. Kendall, Bullock, Adams, and Oxidine. All these guys went into the pits at exactly lap 84. So these 4 guys are going to have the tires to do it. The oldest tires in the field are going to be Keith Bradley and William Locklear. And the newest tires are going to be Nicholas Sacco, and he's back in 8th. But all eyes are on the cars in front. Chad Oxidine and Zach Adams going side by side. Pace car pulls up, and here comes Oxidine. And we're going back green flag racing for a 5-lap shootout here in Vegas.
Oxidine with a great start as they roll down to turn number 1. A huge gap between him and Zach Adams for second.
Adams is way far in front. He had to let Oxidine by to avoid a penalty. So I'm not surprised by there, but they've been catching the car that jumps out easily. But look at this pack right behind him. That's Brandon Bullock down to the inside being chased down by Robert Richards. But look at Bullock down onto the inside, side by side with the 71 of Zach Adams.
Oh, that's 17 making a great move to the inside. First time we've seen Brandon Bullock up at the front. He's going to take over second.
The only time I really know that I covered Brandon Bullock was him in the pit lane doing nothing. And from a guy that started at the back of the grid, he's in second. He's up 24 spots from where he qualified. The biggest mover of this race.
And Bullock doing a great job of holding off the guys behind him as the 71 sits behind him in third. The 12 trying to make something happen, but he's going to be a victim of the 68 and the 27. The 27 all the way down to the inside. With the 12 washing up the racetrack. What a move from the 27 for P3 on the 71.
Ellison went into the pits on lap 110. And here he is, back into second place. Gabriel Ellison, the stage 1 winner, looking to make it a stage 2 winner. As he is closing down on Chad Oxidine with 3 laps to go. Can Ellison go for a 1-2?
So the 27 of Gabriel Ellison now into second. Can he pass Chad Oxidine, who won stage 1? Oxidine looking to sweep the stages, but there goes the 27 all the way down to the inside. He takes the lead.
And here comes Ellison back into the lead. And Ellison definitely in prime position to take stage 1 and stage 2. Oxidine, though, has been so close every time.
And Gabriel Ellison taking the lead, and he is pulling away as washing up the racetrack now goes Chad Oxidine in the 4.
And they do have a lap car in front of them, but great racing up front by these guys, but great tire strategy from Gabriel Ellison. And that's Rhett Tucker. Hello, Rhett.
Showing the white flag here in stage number 2. Lap 120, final lap of stage number 2. As more battles happening back for P3. The 05 is the furthest we've seen him up all night. Max Steck looking for third.
Steck went
he gets to the inside.
It's a great move. Can he do it with 1 lap to go? Can he get onto the podium for stage 2? He went onto the pits on lap 110. He's got the inside line and he's got the speed. Max Steck makes it into 3rd place. As the stage finishes right now, Gabriel Ellison takes stage 1 and stage 2. Right, Chad Oxidine in 3rd, 2nd place, and Max Steck finishes that stage in 3rd. They're followed by Ryan Kendall, Brandon Bullock, Ryan Kendall, Zach Adams, Robert Richards, Keith Bradley, William Locklear, and Chris Baines in 10th. Those are your top 10 for stage number 2. But what a strategy by Gabriel Ellison. Lap 110, able to close it back in there and take stage 2 with a bang.
And he had the freshest tires out of anybody in the group up front. He is on 11-lap-old tires, so was Max Steck, but he was unable to start closer up, and he ended up P3 in that stage. But still, a lot of the guys that took fresh tires doing a great job. There are some guys who have been on 59-lap stints. Keith Bradley and William Locklear have not pitted for 60 laps. They have not pitted that entire stage. They are going to come in this time by and get some fresh tires.
Yeah, stage 2 was all about position, but to stay up there that entire time on 59 lap old tires is absolutely insane. Sure, the cautions helped them out a lot. If this goes green flag for stage 3, all strategy is going to be out the window because these guys are going to be good in these opening laps compared to everyone else, but it looks like everyone's coming into the pits right now. Actually,
Into the pits they go. Everybody's in. Oh, 49 stayed out.
Except
The
for
27 and the 05 also stayed out.
Except for our stage winner, Ox, Ellison, and Steck. And Sneed. So we have 3 people not pitting. And everyone's going into the pits right now. Who's going to be winning this race off of pit row? That 24 sliding into his pit box. And who's going to be winning? There's our pole sitter, the 29, Nicholas Sacco. Excellent pit stop by him. Here's Oxidine. He's going to win it. Not even a challenge from him. There's Brandon Bullock and everyone else. The 17. Brandon Bullock wins it ahead of Ryan Krenel, Robert Richards, Zach Adams, William Locklear, Arthur Floyd, Keith Bradley, Chris Baines, Derek Judy, Dustin Scruggs, Jason Higginbotham, Nicholas Sacco, Rhett Tucker is continuing to drive around in that modified 99. And Mark Truxall, he's sitting back there. And there's also Raul Menza in front of him as well. Wow.
Ellison did a great job on that run of grabbing that lead in the 05. Now in second, 2 on the top 3 currently all have 13 lap old tires, with everybody else behind them all the way down to 17th are on completely new, fresh Goodyear tires. So they are going to have a slight advantage on this restart.
Yeah, they are. And as the guys get ready for a restart, we're going to go Racecraft TV side by side for a short little break. And we are back live here on Racecraft TV for the NRA Cup Series Sin City 300. After Stage 2, a wild Stage 2, it kind of looks like a smaller field right now. And that's because of so many incidents we've had with a few guys. Actually, how many guys are still running this race? It looks like we have 17 cars still running. Actually, no. 22 cars still running.
Getting ready to go back to racing. The field double file. Pace car down to pit road. Stage 3 is underway. The final sprint to the finish here for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series Sin City 300 is underway.
What a start by Ellison. Well, what a start by Clinton Sneed, who took that jump easily. And Chad Oxidine went to the pits during that pit stop. He's already up into third place. 80 laps to go. Who's going to have the tires? Who's going to have the strategy to make this one work out?
The 27 with a good start. Oxendine into second. We know that for the 27, two fastest cars all night, they are now going to spar into one. Oxendine with 12 lap pressure tires, and he's going to make them to use on the inside. The 4 to the lead.
Chad Oxidine back into the lead like he did earlier on in Stage 2 with those fresh tires. Well, he went into the pits on lap 122. He just went into the pits compared to everyone else, so it's not surprising to see him up there in the lead. And tires are going to be all about this stage. And if it stays green, it's going to be about pulling out a gap to the cars behind them as Ryan Krendel is making his way onto the back of Gabriel Ellison.
Ellison with those worn tires is starting to lose momentum, and that is incredibly important in this high downforce package, as Ellison is going to become a victim of Ryan Kendall as Kendall makes that move on the inside. Clinton Sneed on the same lap, old tires as Gabriel Ellison, and both of them continue to fall back. The other car, the 05 Max Steck, is already down into P10.
Max Steck, he was up there challenging for the lead of Stage 2, and he's fallen down a lot to that entire pack passing him right there.
Oh, what a battle back there. Clinton Sneed just trying to hold on in that 49 on the outside. He's going to lose out to that 3-car train, the 71, the 12, and the 24, as they go right on by, back into turn number 1. Everyone single file, close to the top of this leaderboard.
Look at the hood damage that Clinton Sneed has on that front left, and just all about that front bumper of his car. He took a massive hit onto the back of somebody else. And there's the 92 of Keith Bradley making himself known down to the inside. And we have a slow.
There's Rhett Tucker on the outside. He's going to lose another lap.
Well, I like that about Rhett Tucker. Even with a car that's not even challenging for the lead, he still is going to stay in there, and he's going to still drive and put laps in, and he just enjoys driving.
Now inside of 70 laps to go in this race, as the 4 of Chad Oxidine continues to lead. Ryan Kendall in second, but not able to gain much time as they now fight behind the 71 and the 27 side by side, as Ellison continues to lose momentum on the outside line. Now the 12 going to contend for 4th.
Yep. Sleeping Beauty, Zach Adams up into 3rd. Robert Richards up 17 spots where he qualified. Looks down to the inside, and he's going to try to shove it up down there for P3, and he's got it. And look at that. That's William Lochner in the 24 car. And these guys are on the same lap tires. Everyone within the top 6 all have the same tires.
And that is the challenge right now as Gabriel Ellison continues to lose momentum along with Clinton Sneed. Everybody ahead of him on fresher tires, and this is going to make them lose a lot of positions, not just immediately, but over the course of the run, because they don't know exactly when that next caution or when the next pit stop is going to be.
They're running on board William Locklear. You're going to see on how tight these guys are up at front. Their tires are exactly the same. They're all in the draft, and none of these guys can find a leg up. And it's all about setup with these guys in the top 5. Actually, make that top 6 because Keith Bradley is also there.
And everyone up front still running majority single file. It is great to see everybody settling out, logging laps to get this race finished. As we have had a lot of cautions at the 71, a bold move to the inside of Ryan Kendall.
Yeah, he shot down to the inside. Can he hold that inside line, though? And here comes William Lochner. He's looking on that outside line. He's got the speed, but oh, he's just stopped in that box right there. He's boxed in from the 68. He's going to try to hold around the outside of Zach Adams.
Oh, that 71 just lost a lot of momentum as Locklear able to take over 4th. Now Zach Adams back into 5th. He's going to cover the 92. But that Ford Mustang going to go up to the outside, trying to get P5. Not going to happen. Bradley going to stay in 6th.
And all these guys are battling, and Chad Oxeneye is just watching this in his mirror, and it feels like deja vu because this feels like the start of the race all over again.
Ryan Kendall got passed by the 12 of Robert Richardson, and it looks like he wants to make another move for 2nd. Kendall sitting in 3rd, not able to get to the bumper of the 12 just yet, running the inside line. Everybody's tires continuing to wear, about 15 laps old for everybody up in this first group.
Now this pack of 5 battling out for 2nd place. It is absolutely awesome racing. We got a lot of fans for Sleeping Beauty up there in P5. Zach Adams, a few people wanted to kiss him after this race, especially if he wins it out. But look at the 92 of Keith Bradley forcing his nose down there. And oh, Bradley getting up the track, almost getting into Zach Adams. That's risky right there.
And everybody up in this front group still battling pretty close together. Just nobody going double file as Keith Bradley on the back bumper in the 71.
Oh, he's kissed him.
And right down to the inside.
He's upset the rear end of Zach Adams, and he's actually kissed him right there. And gave him a little bit of push, and oh, William Locklear going very slow.
Locklear, a huge loss of momentum in that 24. He is now going to have a mirror full of the 92. He's not able to get to the inside. Locklear able to keep that spot. He sits in 4th.
And now it's Locklear and Bradley battling out as Zach Adams is going to watch it and return back to his name of Sleeping Beauty. He's going to sit back there in 6th place and just watch this to stay and look after his tires.
Back into turn number 3, though. There's a car on the apron way up ahead of these guys.
I don't know who that is. That's the 41. He's going to the pits. And here comes Bradley. Bradley down to the inside. A little bit of a push up onto Locklear. Bradley up into 4th as Kendall and Richards going side by side for P2.
That 4 of Chad Oxendine sees this mirror full of battles, and he loves it because he is trying to pull away. But the 12 and the 68 are slowly gaining on Chad Oxendine in front. But they need to be single file, not battle each other so they can maximize their speed. As now Ryan Kendall falls back into 3rd, right back to the inside. He wants P2.
Yeah, 68's not giving up for a fight, and that's keeping William Locklear, Keith Bradley, the cars behind him, staying in that draft and just locked in there with them. 2 by 2 they go for the battle for 2nd and the battle for 4th.
Kendall able to grab that spot, so back up into 2nd, goes to 68. Now he has his eyes set on the 4 of Chad Oxendine up in front. The 12 had an opportunity to look to the inside, but he stayed on the outside.
What a move by 68 of Ryan Kendall. 12 looking around the outside now, trying to use that speed off the exit onto the tri-volt to see if he can get a jump on the 68, but the 68 is not going to give him any room. And right behind him, William Locklear, Keith Bradley are still battling it out. Locklear got ahead of Bradley, and Zach Adams looking to get back into this battle as well.
Oh, and that 12 is right on the back bumper, the 68. So is the 92 on the 24. A lot of guys running very close together, just trying to conserve whatever they've got, but another battle is brewing. The 92 look to the inside with the door being shut by the 24. He's now going to fall victim to the 71.
Yeah, 92 though, keeping the pedal to the metal. Oh, and he's bottoming him out on the tri-volt. Bunch of sparks being shot up into Zach Adams' face. Here comes the 92. 24 had a very bad line off the exit. And this is where the 24 has been having a lot of trouble later on in his stints. 20 laps into there, his car just kind of falls off. And yeah, his car, I don't know if it's just very aggressive on the tires, but he just loses a lot of pace right now. As the 92 and 71, the on switch has been flipped for them. And they go down to the inside of William Locklear. Williams not giving up that fight. Oh, these guys. These guys battling hard for 4th place. And look at that. It's our pole sitter, Nicholas Sacco.
Oh, they were really close to touching the 71 and the 29.
Three
they
wide.
Are 3 wide now. The 54, the 71, and the 24.
Yeah, Chris Spain, Zach Adams, William Locklear. Oh, Zach Adams gets it to the side of William Locklear. These guys need to calm down, and Locklear's into the wall.
Locklear into the wall. He's going to lose momentum now under attack from the 54 on the inside. Locklear now back into P8.
And he is fallen. He is hurting. He needs to regain himself. Almost tries an outside move into a ever-closing gap on Zach Adams. And Zach Adams gets into the back of the 54 for Spains.
And Chris Baines grabbed that spot, but the 71 now fighting some internet connection issues for the 54.
That's going to be very hard for Zach Adams to follow. And look who
this
is...
5-car pack right here is all nose to tail.
Look who's joined the party. Stage 1 winner. Stage 2 winner. Gariel Ellison. Down onto the inside of the 24. He's sitting in 9th place.
And he is on 40-lap old tires right now. Still battling these guys on newer tires.
Yeah, as we are entering 50 to go. Who's going to be the first one to try and gamble here in Vegas? Who's going to roll the dice for these pit stops?
Oh, the 27 with a huge move to the inside. He is making those worn tires work even better than some guys.
Oh, somebody just blew an engine. Somebody just blew an engine. I just heard an engine blow.
I'm not sure who that was.
Yeah, I think that might have been a lap car. As these guys go into the pits, the 12
Wait,
is in the pits.
Octagon and Richards are falling down. They're in the pits.
Yeah, these guys went into the pits first. That is a surprising move, but the leaders have gone into the pit lane. Who's going to win this race off of pit road as Ryan Crendel and Nicholas Sacco are battling for the lead. And look at Keith Bradley. He's on the back of Nicholas. These guys are staying out. And they're going to put Oxidine and everyone else a lap down who just went into the pit lane.
So now your new leader is the 68 of Ryan Kendall. Nicholas Sacco has fought his way back up. Now the 29 sits in second with Keith Bradley in third. Now that those front two came down into pit lane, who else is going to come down? There's Locklear in.
Clinton Castleberry and Taylor Peacock. These guys been in the pits forever, but they've been there for an incident. With the leaders still staying out. Green flag pit stops here in Vegas. And who's going to bite again? Oxidide and Richards exit out in 13th and 14th. And these guys are a lap down now.
Well, with these green
Look at
flag pit
Sacco.
stops happening, a battle for the lead. Sacco to the inside of Ryan Kendall. He's going to grab that spot, but we can't expect every driver to come down for green flag pit stops now. Just a matter of when they decide to do it, as we are going to be nearing this time by 45 laps to go in this motor race.
45 laps ago is a good time. These guys went into the pits on lap 122, so I'm expecting on lap 180, if it stays green, these guys go into the pits. Or somebody absolutely ludicrously tries to go for it.
So Sasako, Kendall, and Bradley, this top battle, this top group, I should say, with Chris Bain sitting behind. There's Gabriel Ellison way back there on much older tires than everybody else. He is the one that needs new tires the most, but he has not come down pit road yet.
He went into the pits on lap 110. He's going to go for about lap 170 before heading into the pit lane. But these guys up front are nearing that pit stop, as it's Sacco, Kendall, and Bradley. And Sacco, our pole sitter, he knows what to do to keep these tires alive.
And as the laps continue to wind down, they are making those old tires work as much as they can. Each of these drivers up here in the front on about 35 lap old tires when they come across the line this time by. But Sacco continues to lead with Ryan Kendall behind. Battle for what looks to be...
This is not a battle. This is Chad Oxendine.
Oxendine is a lap down and just got by Brandon Bullock, who is on the lead lap.
Look at the times he's putting in compared to everyone else. Nicholas Sacco, 31.54. Chad Oxendine, 30.2. He is a second faster than everyone else in the field. Oxendine round the outside of the 71 of Zach Adams at the 56. And he's closing in on Ellison now. He's using all the track. He's looking like Lightning McQueen out there. Oxendine making his way through there.
Oxendine just wants to get back to the lead. He is currently scored in 11th. And as he heads into 3, he is on the freshest tires out of anybody on the racetrack right now. He wants that spot. More coming down into pit lane.
Yep, that's Sacco, Bradley, and Bynes into there.
Kendall
Jason
stayed out.
Higginbottom.
Kendall and Ellison stayed out.
Yep, Ellison has stayed out as well. But Nicholas Sacco goes into the pits. He bites first. Hey, Kendall.
I believe Ellison just said over the voice chat he is coming in this time. Zach Adams also said he's coming in, but will Kendall come in?
Kendall.
He's on the inside. No, he's going to keep
staying
out.
And look
There's
who is
behind
there.
him.
Chad Oxendine is back onto the lead lap. And look at the spots that he's gaining back up as Ellison and Adams head into the pit lane.
Ellison with the oldest tires on the racetrack. He needs those new tires right now. But Kendall continues to lead. Now Dustin Scruggs going to take over P2. And there's Kendall behind Oxendine, who forcibly got his lap
Kendall
back.
staying out.
But Kendall still staying out on the racetrack with 40 laps to go.
Dustin Scruggs has been up through a lot today. He's been on the bottom of the field. He's been in the wall. He's been in the pit lane, and he's up into 6th place. And Chad Oxendine, he's back into 3rd. And coming out of the pit lane, Robert Richards on lap 151. He followed Chad Oxendine. William Locklear won that race off of pit road on lap 152. He sits in 5th place. And Max Steck sits in 6th place. And everybody's a lap down except for Ryan Kendall.
So Kendall and Scruggs, I believe, are the two who still have not pitted. Scruggs on 39 lap old tires, now 40 lap old tires. Same thing with Ryan Kendall. As there goes the 12, and you can see the difference in speed. That is the 12 behind him on fresh tires, and he's going to go right around the outside. Kendall still staying out.
Yeah, Kendall's waiting for a caution.
I don't know if he's gonna get a caution.
He's not. If these guys are so spread out right now, let's show up our track map. Try to spot a group here. There is no pack going on. Like, the closest one are these two, Ellison and Baines. They're side by side, but really, there is no actual real pack going on, so these guys can race as clean as they want, and it's all about tires, unless something drastically bad happens, which I do not want.
Kendall continues to lead. Scruggs in second. Chad Oxendine has worked his way back up to P3 with Robert Richards in the 12 behind him in fourth, with William Locklear in fifth. As Ryan
Scruggs.
Kendall still stayed out. Scruggs still staying out as well. And
Kendall's
there goes
going to the
Kendall in
pits.
road. 42 lap stint for him. He is into pit road with 35 laps to go.
And now we're going to ride on board Dustin Scruggs. Is he going to slow down into pit road? No, he's not. He's going to roll the dice. There's Chad Oxendine, just 10 seconds back on Dustin Scruggs. Oh my, who loves a tire strategy race? This guy does.
So Oxendine takes the provisional lead back right now because Scruggs has to pit before the end of this race. So depending on when he pits, well, depends on when Oxendine gets the lead. But for all intents and purposes, Oxendine continues to lead the way in the 4.
Now, Oxendine, Richards, Locklear, Sacco, Steck, your net top 5. And look at Steck. He's in a battle with Ellison. Ellison looks down to the inside. Ellison's made that move look extremely nice. Oh, my goodness. Steck, bad line through there.
So Max Steck in the 05, 17-lap old tires. He was one of the first to come down pit road in that last green flag pit cycle. But I think what that really hurt was Ryan Kendall, as he now falls into 12th. But Scruggs still staying on the racetrack. 45-lap old tires. He has the current lead.
As we ride on board with Ryan Kendall. Kendall's going to have the fastest car on track now. And with 30 laps to go, nearing the end of this race, Kendall's going to be the one to be watching.
But will he have enough time to catch all these drivers, especially with, I would assume, with everybody so spread out, at least maybe one more caution, maybe not even any cautions remaining in this race. Will he have enough time and enough tires and enough power in that engine to get the win and to take back all those positions, because he is still down in P12.
Well, the gap between Kendall and Oxendine is 17 seconds. And Kendall is fast car on the track. Dustin Scruggs just heads into the pit lane. And taking the lead here is Chad Oxendine.
So to the lead goes Oxendine as Scruggs finally pits. Richards will take over second. Sacco third. William right back up. He is in fifth.
Sorry about that technical issues. We are back. Locklear in fourth. Ellison in fifth. Adams in sixth. Higginbotham in seventh. Baines in eighth. Bullock in ninth. And Max Steck in 10th.
So Chad Oxendine back in front, but Robert Richards up 19 spots tonight. He started all the way back in 21st. A great run for him in the 12 with 30 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, Chad Oxendine doing so good. We do have a battle for 5th place between William Locklear and Gabriel Ellison. The battle for 4th place, really. And let's ride on board with William Locklear, because Gabriel Ellison, he's in a good spot right now. Went into the pits on lap 160. Compared to Chad Oxendine, he is going faster. The only car that's going faster than him is Ryan Kendall.
And Ryan Kendall has some of the freshest tires on the racetrack. Technically, the freshest tires is Dustin Scruggs, only 2 laps old in the 11.
Speaking of Dustin Scruggs, there he is.
He makes a pass on the 29, but that is not for position.
Nah, this is actually the battle for second. We're watching Scruggs in the 29 and Robert Richards. Richards probably doesn't even know this, but Scruggs is right there. And Scruggs, look at the speed that Scruggs has. Scruggs going down to the inside. Sacco going down to the inside, not Scruggs.
Oh, contact between Sacco and Robert Richards. The 12 gonna go right at the racetrack with the 29 to second. 4 seconds now. Up the road is Chad Oxendine.
And Oxendine's losing pace now. Lap 151, those tires are going down compared to Nicholas Sacco. But how long can he stay out there on that gamble? Because remember, Chad Oxendine was the first to go for it, as well as Robert Richards.
So we're working on lap 175 now, nearing the end of this race. When they come across the line, it'll be 25 laps to go in this race here in Las Vegas. And Oxendine in control of the field, but Sacco on 8-lap pressure tires is hunting him down.
We do have a battle going on. And look at this 3-way fight. Ryan Kendall, remember him? He goes down to the inside of Locklear. Kendall onto the inside of Higginbotham as well. And Kendall looking on Zach Adams as well. He's going to make up 1, 2, 3 spots in just the trial Volo. Kendall up into 5th.
So Ryan Kendall making those positions back up in the 68. And he's doing a great job right now on some of the newest tires in the field. Only 10 laps old, but he needs more time, I think, than he has, because he needs to make up 8.5 seconds in just about 20 laps.
Last lap for Ryan Kendall, 30.87. Last lap for Chad Oxide, 31.67. He's 0.8 faster than Chad, but that's just barely there. But Chad Oxendine, a little bit loose coming out of turn 3 from one of my spotters. And Robert Richards and Gabriel Ellison going side by side for P3.
And Ellison gonna take that spot away from the 12. He's gonna go up to 3rd as they're gonna try and get past Rhett Tucker, the lap car on the outside.
Robert Richards using all the track and just all the space to get onto the back of Rhett Tucker. Surprised he hasn't been, throwing the time flag. He's definitely not meeting the 107% rule. Yeah, Rhett Tucker is putting in 33.9 second laps.
He is currently scored down in 20th. I believe the only car. The last car currently scored on the racetrack.
You are absolutely right. 20 cars on track right now.
Oxendine continuing to lead. There's Nicholas Sacco in 2nd.
That car ahead of him.
A lot of time, but he has 1.4 seconds still left to make up. There's the 4 of Oxendine right ahead of him on the back straight.
That 1.4 seconds separates these two, and Sacco is closing in about 2/10 a lap faster on Oxendine. So I say around next lap, we should see Sacco trigger the Racecraft TV Battle Box. Oh, there it is. 1.2 seconds separates these two, Oxendine and Sacco.
And Sacco just trying to hunt him down right now. The gap nearing 1 second between these 2. Oxendine needs to be worried. 8-lap pressure tires for Sacco. And with 19 laps to go, he needs to just hope for a caution right now if he doesn't want to lose his lead.
Sacco closing in on that 8/10 mark. We look above from the blip here in Vegas. 18 laps to go. And these guys...
Sacco can get to him, but the thing is, he needs to get past him as well.
Yeah, and Oxendine is extremely smooth on these tires. And we've seen these two battle on. And 8 laps between these tires is going to be very lenient on how much space is between them. So if these two start battling, that might bring in a few cars who are absolutely charging through the field. I.e. Ellison and Kendall.
Well, Sacco is nearing half a second between these two. But again, it's one thing to catch him. It's another thing to pass him. We know once he starts getting in that dirty air of Oxendine, it is going to drastically change how his car handles.
It is like throwing a... It's like throwing a bunch of foam onto the front of the car. It just messes with you.
And he is nearing down. Less than 3/10 now. Sacco with a huge run. He has caught the 4. Can he get around him?
These guys have acknowledged that they're there. Now, who's going to go first defensive and who's going to go aggressive? Sacco stayed on the bumper of Oxendine.
He's going to the inside. Sacco trying to take the lead away from Chad Oxendine. Nicholas Sacco, the 29 on the inside, trying to take the lead. They are side by side into turn 1. Sacco, Oxendine battling for the lead here in Las Vegas with 15 laps to go.
It's the battle in the desert, and the cards are all on the table for these two. Oxendine and Sacco still going side by side. Oxendine on the outside, Sacco on the inside.
And Nicholas Sacco with a huge run on the inside, but Oxendine not letting him go. As here goes Oxendine on the outside. Sacco will lead that time by, but Oxendine fighting back on the outside line.
What great racing here we're having at Vegas, side by side for an entire lap. Let's go again. 14 laps to go.
Diving back into turns 3 and 4. Sacco inside, Oxendine outside. Still side by side, battling.
It's 0-0-0 between them. I can't even tell who's leading right now. These guys are putting on a show. 13 laps to go.
Oxendine doing a great job on older tires to make that outside line work. He is now going to officially get by Sacco. So Nicholas Sacco will go back into second. Down into 3. Will he cover the spot? Sacco is going to stay behind the 4. Now he gets barely to the inside.
Sacco and Oxide showing great racing here in Vegas. 11 laps to go. 12 laps to go. I'm bad at math.
So Sacco back to the inside. Got a little bit of an advantage. Now down the back straightaway. Contact between the two.
They're bumping and banging here in Vegas.
Sacco's going to get the spot. The 29 clears him for the lead. Nicholas Sacco, new leader. 11 laps to go now in Las Vegas. What does Oxendine have for him? He's now going to go to the inside. Will his tires hold?
Oh,
They're not
Oxide's
going to hold.
Oh, he's just off the track and almost got into the side of Sacco right there. And as they battle, the pack closes in. That's Ellison and Kendall. 2 seconds back on them.
And now Sacco is going to take that clean air and pull away. And with 10 to go, he is the favorite to win this race.
And Ellison looking to clean sweep this race. He's closing in on these cars in front of him. Can Ellison get an entire Grand Slam with 10 laps to go? His last lap was just a few tenths faster than Sacco. Can he do it?
The huge question is, does Ellison have enough time? 3 seconds back from the leader, and needs to make that all of that time up in just 9 laps.
It's a big ask, but we've seen some crazy stuff here done by these guys. And Chad Oxendine has a bunch of cars behind him, and these two guys are lapped cars. And they're just trying to get around him right now, but I don't think they want to cause a bunch of chaos. So they're just going to take it nice and easy.
Oxendine trying to just hold that position. He is doing a great job as Ellison continues to fall back on the leaderboard. He is now down to 3.2 seconds. Ryan Kendall behind him, down to 3.4.
Those guys are closing in. Here comes these lap cars. The 5 of Mark Truxall is down there as Ellison and Kendall almost going side by side in the battle for 3rd place.
So Ryan Kendall trying to battle for P3 right now with Ellison. Will he be able to get by him and grab this podium? But Ellison is on older tires, 5 laps older tires, but he's had a faster car all night. And that dirty air is affecting the 68 with 7 to go.
Yeah, they can see the leaders just ahead of him with 6 laps to go. I don't think it's going to be enough, but they're going to fight it out anyway.
Six laps to go. Sacco leads. Oxendine 1.2 seconds back, nothing for him. But the battle is for P3 between Ellison and Kendall as that gap gets ever closer together. But the 68 caught in the dirty air, not able to get close to him.
Kendall's trying everything that he has. He has the freshest tires out of everyone on this grid. Lap 19. Nope, that was his speed. Lap 165 versus the 160 of Ellison.
5 laps to go here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kendall is right there, just 2 tenths in between these two, but he's just not able to get close enough to make a move.
He's just going to be battling as hard as they can in these 4 laps. And Kendall's just biding his time right now. He knows what he needs to do.
Ellison just a sitting duck right now for Kendall, but he's not able to get close enough to make a move. You gotta be close to make a move, especially with this package, but he's just not getting close enough to make it happen as Richards just got by Zach Adams, but Zach Adams right on by. The battle for 7th is heating up right now on the timing screen.
Yeah,
they're right next to each other.
Oh my goodness. Adams and Richards, the battle for 7th. Richards going down to the inside of Adams.
Coming across the line this time by the leader is going to take 2 laps to go as the 71 fighting right on back to the 12.
Zach Adams doesn't want to give a spot, and these guys going to go at it. 2 laps to go.
So Sacco leads 1.2 between him and Oxendine. There's Nicholas Sacco right behind the lap car of the 5 of Mark Truxall. There's the 27 of Ellison along with the 68 of Ryan Kendall. They've been able to get the gap down to 2.5 seconds, but I don't think it is going to be enough. They're going to come through turns 3 and 4. Ryan Kendall still not able to get to the back bumper of Ellison, but white flag one more time around Las Vegas as the 29 goes into turn number 1. A 1.17 second gap between him and second place, the 4 of Chad Oxendine. Nicholas Sacco started on the pole. He fell back the order. We didn't see much of him all race, but when it mattered, he was up front. He's going to come through turns 3 and 4 onto the front straightaway. Nicholas Sacco is going to win the Sin City 300 at Las Vegas.
What a great race by Nicholas Sacco. What a strategy on lap 159. He takes the win. And wow.
Sacco grabbed the win. Oxendine second, Ellison third, Ryan Kendall fourth, and Chris Baines. He had some trouble early on in the race, but he fought back for a 5th place finish. A great and a well-deserved top 5 for the 54, but Nicholas Sacco grabs the win tonight here in the NRE Power Systems Cup Series at Las Vegas.
And Gabriel Ellison, I think he's going to join him as well. But it's time to burn the house down. Nicholas Sacco.
200 laps of racing ending in burnouts for the 29 of Nicholas Sacco. What a race for that Buddy Project Chevrolet Camaro, and he's going to stop it right on the front straightaway, right on the start-finish line here at Las Vegas. What a race for Sacco.
Absolutely fantastic race. Here is your racing result. Nicholas Sacco takes the win, followed by Oxendine, Ellison, Kendall, Baines, Higginbottom, Adams, Richard, Bullock, Locklear, Scruggs, Sneed, Steck, Bradley, Floyd, Truxall, Judy, Rogg, Meza, and Tucker in 20th, followed by Castleberry, Monda, Taylor Peacock, Mullins, Thomas, and Bradley LeBoeuf, who I don't believe those last two even took a lap of this race. But what a race we saw here for the Sin City 300, especially by Nicholas Sacco, who ran an amazing race from start to finish. And wow. Just absolutely wow. We've had an amazing race here, as we're just going to get a bunch of replays now, as it's Nicholas Sacco taking the win. And I believe we do have a few interviews waiting for us right now. And it is with our race winner, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sacco.
Nicholas Sacco, what a race from you tonight. We saw you on the pole, but you dropped back the order through stages 1 and 2, but you made a run in stage 3 close to the end of this race to grab that win. What a night for you.
Thank you. It was a long time coming, honestly. This win obviously goes out for as my engine blows. I don't know if you guys are looking at that. This one goes out to Eric. Obviously, he couldn't make it tonight. He had a family emergency, so got to thank him and the Buddy Project and everything. They signed me on a few months ago, and this is the first one that I've been able to give him. So feels good.
Now, you did drop back in the order through stages 1 and 2. Was that strategy, or were you struggling with the car as the evenings transitioned into the twilight?
Well, that one caution I got wrecked, so I had to use the fast repair. So I didn't want to use up a set of tires, so I didn't change my tires when I came in and got repaired, and just kind of rode around on old tires the whole second stage. And then I had a ton of tires for the last stage, but we obviously ended up going green finally. So thankfully it ended up working out.
And you did have a huge fight back up through the order towards the end of that race. You were on the fresher tires. Did you just try and log laps and run smooth and clean to try and get to Oxendine, because you did have the more dominant tires?
The first few laps when I came out of the pits, I mean, we could definitely run flat out for almost 10 laps here. I didn't really run flat out a single lap. I was trying to conserve at the beginning. And then once you get to about 20 laps, the tires stay where they are. So once you get to that 20 laps, wherever your tires are, you can kind of run that fast. So I was able to catch up from there.
Anyone else you would like to thank here on Racecraft TV?
Obviously my family, my wife, my dad, they've been a part of this whole thing, trying to, earn some money to get back on the real track right now. So, this will obviously go a long way there. And obviously Eric Zimmerman, again, got to thank him for everything. He's been the pinnacle to all this. So obviously got to thank all those guys.
Nicholas Sacco, your race winner here in Las Vegas. And I believe Austin is standing by with P3 finisher Gabriel Ellison.
I am standing by with Gabriel Ellison. He won stage 1 and he won stage 2. Gabriel, you were looking for that clean sweep today, but it wasn't there for you. But how was that race?
Did I win stage 1?
Yes, you did.
I don't even remember that. I know I won stage 2. Oh, well, that's great.
It was so long ago. We don't remember.
That was brutal. No, I think I had a decent strategy. I was banking on it. I needed a caution in that last stage because I pitted with that caution. We had about 10 to go in stage 2. As soon as I seen the guys in front of me not taking tires, I knew, I could go in, get tires, and just fly right by them and win the stage. But, then I had 6-7 lap old tires compared to them to start the last stage. So it was a gamble to win the stage. But, I got P3 worked out. Obviously, can't be mad with that at all. Especially, I was really happy to have a clean car the whole time because I've seen, a couple guys in my mirror get junked. So I'm really happy with that.
It was a great race for you, and you've just had absolutely fantastic strategy. It's just a time just didn't work out for you. But, hey, you finished third and picked up a lot of stage points. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank?
Oh, yeah, I want to thank Clinton Sneed for helping me out. We had a little strategy going. Didn't work out for him. And then got Raise Energy on the car there. Use code NEEDSPEED for 15% off all products. And that's about it. Thanks to everybody putting the league on and you guys in the broadcast booth.
All right. Thank you, Gabriel Ellison. You have yourself a good night, and we're going to throw it back to Joshua, see if we got anyone else on the line.
Thank you.
We have 4th place Ryan Kendall standing by. We'll bring him in here. Ryan Kendall in the 68, 4th place finish tonight. You had a fast car, but late race, green flag, pit stops, put you down the order. How was that race from you?
Yeah, it was still a good race. Just missed a little bit in the strategy, waited a little bit too long to come into the pits, and had to make up too much ground. Tires kind of fell off there at the end and got stuck behind Gabe. But I'll take a solid 4th place finish.
And you started down the order in 10th, but you seem to have came alive when the green flag dropped at the beginning of the night. Did you have a better race trim car than a qualifying trim car? Did something go wrong in your qualifying laps?
Yeah, I'm better in the long green flag runs for sure. I'm just not the best qualifier. I've proved that time and time again. These guys just out-qualify me every time, but I knew if we had some green flag runs, I could run with these guys.
Anyone else you'd like to thank here on Racecraft TV?
I'd just like to thank TK Racing. They kind of support me, and not really much else. I kind of do it on my own. Thank you, though.
Congratulations on your 4th place finish, Ryan Kendall in the 68. And Austin, what a night from Las Vegas here on Racecraft TV. 200 laps of some great racing here for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series.
It absolutely has been a fantastic race here in Vegas for the Sin City 300. And, well, what an absolute fantastic race. I can't really say much any more positive things about it. Fantastic, awesome, hard fought, amazing battles through stage 1 and 2, and then a massive green flag strategy fight for the win. Congratulations to Nicholas Sacco, and just what a fight. Joshua, you're going to lead us out here tonight.
Thank you all for tuning in here on Racecraft TV from the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the NRE Power Systems Cup Series. Join us next week, same day, same time, for another NRE Power Systems Cup Series race. And we thank you for watching. Hope you have an awesome night. And we are saying goodbye from Las Vegas.